Welcome, podcast listeners. This is episode number 262 of the Fretzel podcast. You are here with your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. Josh, once again, is trying to count 6 on one hand.
No, but I did the 5 and I did the 1.
Yeah,
so
you did.
that
Yeah. Oh, you've learned from last week.
Yeah, I've developed my extra thumb.
That's it. Yeah, what do we call them? Appendage? Adage?
Appendages.
That's it, yeah. I don't know. Phalanges, isn't it?
Yeah, technically.
Indeed.
Opposable thumbs or whatever, I don't know.
So, we're getting a message off Lee. Ooh, hello, Lee. Boodum. He's saying the UGG has those type pickups on the neck. Okay, he's talking about something that we're going to be covering in... Shut up, Lee. Shut up. You're beeping.
Leave us alone to podcasts.
That's it. Either come on or stay away. Don't kind of half and half. Yeah, he's talking to us about one of the things that we've got to be mentioning a little bit later on. A new signature guitar from Fender, but we'll save that for a little bit later because, as always, on the Fret Talk podcast, we are a little bit self-centered and we start off by talking about ourselves. So
we do because everybody loves whoring themselves out.
Well, yeah, I mean, me and Matt have spoken about this multiple times. Part of the reason why we do these podcasts, I mean, we do it for the fans. We do it to entertain people, but we do it as a kind of form of therapy for ourselves, just so we can kind of stand on our little soapbox.
Able to be passed on to my psychiatrist is a part of my therapy.
That's it, yeah. Yeah, we could sign off a couple of hours for that, yeah.
Yay!
So yeah, it's there just as a kind of cathartic thing where we get to stand on our soapbox for an hour a week and shout at clouds.
Yeah, was it old man yells at cloud?
Yeah, we do that and it makes you feel better. And I'm just glad that people are out there listening to us shout at clouds, and sometimes they go on the internet and shout at the clouds with us. So, high five to you, internet people.
How dare you not be raining as much as you said you would be?
Oh, it did. It rained. Like in the UK, we've had a heat wave for about the last 2 weeks. I mean, you can tell.
It's felt like the last 6 months.
Well, it's been kind of ebbing and flowing, hasn't it? But it dipped off a little bit, and then it's been pretty solid sunshine for the last 2 weeks. I mean, you'll notice because all of the videos that me and Josh recorded on that mega day of recording videos.
Oh man,
blinding sunshine.
Yeah, we must have been a good half an hour just kind of having to put blankets up or anything like that, just to try and deflect some of the sunlight. Yeah,
we were trying to negate the sunshine, which is counterintuitive. But it worked. And there's some absolutely fantastic stuff coming out from those.
Oh, I've been watching some of the videos again, and I mean, realistically, look back at you always and you go, we could have done that slightly different or whatever. But all in all, it is superb.
Indeed, yeah. I think so. There should be, if I've got my scheduling correct, which I should do because I am the quote unquote manager of the pedal boards of Doom YouTube, so I should know what's going on. If I don't, no one does. We should have a Variax Quad Cortex mashup video coming up.
So it should be tomorrow.
It should be I believe it should be tomorrow. Yeah. So tomorrow at about 6 p.m. GMT, and I'll let you into a little secret here.
It's filthy.
It is. It's absolutely right. It is the most disgusting tone, but in the best way.
We've all had that kind of experience where you've played for a pedal or for a guitar or anything like that, or an amp, and you just automatically giggle and smile and kind of just be like, this fills me full of serotonin, and that's what this video does.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of like footage that we got of you just giggling and smiling on that was absolutely fantastic. I mean, I've taken a screenshot from it and used it as the thumbnail because it is just pure elation, isn't it? It's just
It's weird because it's something that you would like, our, shall we say, our dad rock
yeah, it's fair to say.
member of the channel would be like, I can't ever envision myself using that, and I'm like, gimme.
Oh yeah, like if the exact same tone was given to me, I'd be like, oh my god, this is the worst thing. It's literally like it's getting further and further away from my safe space in like guitar tone.
Yeah.
And you're just like, give me more.
Cue Britney Spears, give me more. I think that's
Indeed.
how it went, wasn't it?
I don't know, but I'll run with it. But yeah, so absolutely tune into Pedal Boards are doing tomorrow. It's only a short video. I think it's only about 3 minutes, but it's like 3 minutes of pure, unadulterated joy.
Yeah, it's 3 minutes of like, that was really like wholesome. Let's watch it again.
Yeah. And if you feel like watching it 2 or 3 times, go for it. Knock yourselves out because it's good for the algorithm. But yeah. So speaking about
Maths.
speaking about the old YouTube algorithm, I dropped a video on Pedalboards of Doom today, which took me a while to do. I think we spoke about it a few times previously on the podcast. I had the Daddy Daughter Pedal Works My Little Cloney through the post about 2 months ago. Here it is, just for those people who can see, which is only Josh because this isn't a video podcast. But there we go. It's a beautiful. It's like a pastel pink, like really, really cutesy looking pedal.
Earthquaker Devices Rainbow Machine colour.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, and it's that, and it's got this cute little centaur meets My Little Pony graphic on the front. Very
pony, not bony. Pony.
Indeed, not the Josh. Oh my god. Yeah, so there is that. Very cool clon style pedal. I'm relatively unversed on the clon style pedal. I've had a few in the past, and I've kind of discounted them as, it does something similar to what the Blues Driver does, but the Blues Driver has a bit more gain, or just sounds better at higher gains. So I'll just use that instead. So I took it upon myself to find out what people like about clons.
As our resident clon expert.
Yeah, well, apparently I am now. So I went out my way to try and find out like what the deal is, why people love them, and how people use them. And what I got back was actually a lot of confusion. Like people were like, "Well, you use it as a clean boost," and I'm like, "Okay, but surely like clean boosts
doesn't make sense because I don't use it as a clean boost. Like, well, when I say my version of my clone, like I, use it in like I wouldn't say the least clean boosty way, but it's very unorthodox, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, and I think the thing that I found when filming this is that the clon is used best the way that you want to use the clon.
Yes, I think that's the perfect way to.
Yeah, I think so. I asked the internet, and I got back a lot of well, you use it as a clean boost, or like you can push the presence of your signal. It's a great always on pedal. I'm like, well, that doesn't really give me much because I could always just turn the treble up on my amp a little bit more if I wanted more presence. And then I've got one more slot on my pedal board.
Like, it's kind of like the Boss Metal Zone. Like, there's various ways of people use it, and each person has their own kind of, this is the right way to use it.
Yeah.
Like for me, I think it sounds great in an effects loop of an amp, and treating it as like an extra gain stage, as it were, or an extra channel within your amp. But some people will say, oh no, you need to put that in, in front of it, and da 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 da. And
Yeah. I mean,
for
Simon
my,
Neil of Biffy Clyro uses it after his reverb to get
okay.
like a crunchy. Like he has one before all of his time-based stuff, and then one after.
Like a wet dry wet almost. It's kind of wet dry wet, but it's not.
Metal dry metal is what it is.
Yeah, that's it.
Uh,
Like, and with my clone, I use it on the top of a crunch as a mild overdrive.
Yeah, and I think that was one of the things that I used to kind of explore it. I took John Mayer as a source of inspiration because like when I think of the clone, I think of John Mayer because
Yeah.
he's one of these kind of pedal aficionados, kind of pedally snob kind of guys, and he very much, yeah, he sprang to mind. So I went on some forums and looked up how John would use his. And like the presence push thing and like the edge of breakup kind of clean tone was there. And then there was talking about stacking it with other drives. So I went on a little journey with that one. I'm not going to give away all of the tips and tricks and secrets, but like you'd be surprised at how many different ways there are to get something more than just it's a clean boost of a clone.
In fairness, like with my John Mayer neural patch, like the clon that I've got on there, I believe neural actually used a proper clon.
Nice.
And like modeled, I don't know how their science works because my brain isn't big enough. But like for John Mayer, I believe he uses it in conjunction with his Keeley compressor as well. I think.
Okay.
Using the two together, but I could be wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, I use compressor as an always on my board for the same reasons I assume John Mayer would do it because it evens out the dynamics a bit. Like not that he necessarily needs the dynamics being evened out, but he's probably a bit better at guitar than I am. But it also adds a bit of sustain to cleaner guitar signals, so you can get away with less gain, but also get the notes to ring out as well.
I've never tried using a compressor as an always on. I say use mine in lead boosts.
Okay, yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, I suppose like a lead boost compressor to get that really singing harmonic sustain. That makes sense too. But we've had a bit of a clon heavy week this week because not only have I released a video about a clon, our good friend Lee has also released a video about not only one clon, basically all of them.
Was it like 20? Was it like 26? I think or something.
It was
like 26.
Something stupid. So he had. So he's spoken about this before on the cast actually. How he recorded with Tonepedia. He recorded a video that. Oh, I'm moving. There we go. He recorded a video with Tonepedia where he was blindfolded essentially and had various clones of various like price points going from the Wish clon, sans penis, but the Wish clon, all the way up to kind of KTR and like full on 5k worth of clon. And the result.
To be honest, I haven't seen the video yet.
Have you not?
No, but I'm really hoping that to throw him off, they put in the tone, like obviously how Tone PD, you can listen to the sound excerpts of all the bits and pieces. So I really hope that they threw in like some of the Tone PD kind of like captures, as it were.
No, unfortunately, they couldn't do it that way because Lee had the guitar on his lap and they plugged in for him, mess with the knobs. Basically, they are all the pedals that have featured on Tonepedia though. So all of the ones you can listen to a professional play it rather than Lee, which is shade thrown.
Excellent.
I mean, like he doesn't do a bad job. The fact that he can't see what he's doing, he's like hats off to him. But like I say, he goes through like a good handful of pedals, all the way from like Wish. We had like the Nux Horseman, which we've done on the pedal boards of Do YouTube channel. There was like the MXR Sugar Drive, the Tumnus, the Soul Food. There was the Ryra Clon, and like I say, the KTR and the actual like original
Archer. I think that's in there as
well.
Yeah,
two of them. There's the gold and the silver.
Silver and the gold.
Yeah, and it's a really good video. Like it's really, really scientifically done. Where Emmanuel, the other guy, is like tweaking the controls and telling Lee as he's doing it, he's like, okay, this is all 12 o'clock. Now I'm boosting the gain. Now I'm boosting the treble. So he kind of gets an idea of what the knobs are doing without having the ability to feel the pedal as well, because that would give it away. But hang on, this is in a mini enclosure. This one's not going to be a...
Did they actually do like the mini and the full version of like the Tumnus as well?
No, it was just the mini Tumnus, not the deluxe. But yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it, and it's posing some questions as well. So not all of the expensive ones were considered to be expensive ones by Lee's ears, and not all of the cheap ones were considered to be cheap. And there was one like really cheap one that he sniffed out straight away. It was like, no, this one's cheap. And like a couple of them he got almost bang on in terms of the price point. But I'll leave you to watch the rest of it. It's quite good.
Do yourself a favour, watch the video, but then just turn away from your screen, or if you're on a laptop, just close the lid marginally and just listen with some headphones. And then, okay, it's not putting you in the room, but, make up your own mind as, did you get the most expensive one right? Did you get the cheapest one right?
Yeah, you could.
Which one did you sound best?
Yeah, you could test yourself by all means. Yeah, so not only have I released a Klon video this week, I've also recorded a chorus off. So between the little Demon Effects mini chorus again, because it's been an incredibly popular video on my channel, and it's not mine, so I have to give it back. So I've got to do like multiple videos
for what it's worth.
Yeah, like do multiple videos before I send it back almost. So I've got that. Versus the TC Third Dimension, so the one that's based on the Dimension C, or the pink one.
That's the £20 one that's got the 4 buttons on.
Yeah. So it's it very much doesn't do what the Dimension C does, because that does chorus in a very, very different way. However, it's a really good sounding cheap fuzz. Cheap fuzz. It's not a great sounding fuzz at all. It's a good sounding chorus. If you buy it for its fuzz tones, you will be sorely disappointed.
I was about to say.
But the chorus tones on it are fantastic. But whereas I usually with the no talk or tone verses, I'll choose like one of the controls to go through. So like if I'm doing a drive pedal, I'll do it at lowest gain, kind of mid gain, and then high gain. Or in the past where I've done delay pedals, I've done like shortest like slapback style.
Excuse me.
And then I've done like slightly longer delay, and then like outlandishly long delay. With this one, I couldn't do that because the control, like the parameters for the Third Dimension, you don't get control over. You get switches. So the switches are presets. You get to use them, and that's it. So I kind of dialed in the mini chorus to sound a bit like the Third Dimension. It's pretty cool. What I want you to do is I want you to go on the BudgetPedalChap channel, go on the community tab, and vote for which one you think is the best after watching the video first. Don't just vote with bias. Yeah. So yeah, have a listen and watch that video. It's only about 3 minutes long as well, so it's not a very long video.
You can watch the video while you take your morning ablutions.
I mean, you could do. I mean, I don't know if you get your morning ablutions done in 3 minutes flat, but there you go.
At the moment, I do.
I mean, take your time, mate. Life's for the living.
It depends. If I'm at home, 3 minutes. If I'm at work, it's a 25-minute job.
That's it, isn't it? There's nothing like shitting on company time. Like, absolutely excellent. I'm getting paid to do this. Yeah, so to round us up for the week, both me and you have recorded a little something. I don't think it's going to be out.
Speaking of toilet conversation, yes, because this is how it started out.
Indeed. So at the moment we've recorded our versions of Master of Puppets on our respective instruments of choice. So you've got the Quad Cortex, obviously. I've got the HX Stomp, and we've both got our own ears. And we were trying to get close, if not exact, tone as used on Master of Puppets. All whilst trying to dodge copyright as well. Because
I must have gone through about 50 different ways of playing this fucking song, and I think when I programmed the drums, I was like, I think I've done it either too fast, and then I tried it again, and I've done it too slow, and I managed to find this one is just right. And then by the time I started actually, okay, I think I'm going to play it this way. My down picking was done.
Yeah. Like in the video, you can see the grimace on your face by the end of it. Like you're really digging into that down picking.
I think I had been trying to get that the way I'd played it. I think it was about half an hour I was doing it.
Yeah, I got to admit, like when I did it, because I recorded mine about 3 weeks ago. When I was doing mine, I tried the down picking, couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. I've not got the down pick stamina. So I did mine alternative picking, but I found myself having to like retake the video 3 or 4 times because I kept slipping back into the actual song.
That was it. Like I played one part of it, and I was like, oh no, that's way too close. I need to change
that. Yeah. It was the I snuck back into that bit so many times. But hopefully, like, fingers crossed. Yeah.
Originally, when me and Mr. BudgetPedalChap had originally spoken about this, we had a little gentleman's agreement. We had a gentleman's wager.
We did.
And we were going to say, was it ghost? One of us was going to eat a ghost chili and obviously have it filmed, put it on YouTube. And
yeah, like whoever loses the tone challenge has to have the forfeit of eating a ghost chili.
Yeah. And I will put my hands up and I will gladly, proudly say that I cannot eat spicy stuff. I can't eat spicy food. Like, I genuinely can't do it. Like, if I go to Nando's, I have a mild or a lemon and herb. My curries is a korma or a butter chicken. I can't do spice. And if I have a jalapeno, I'm stuck on the toilet for a week. So when we said ghost chili, and I was like, are you trying to kill me? And so we're having a bit of a discussion, and we decided that one of my absolute foods that I hate is onion. I cannot stand the texture, nor the smell, nor the taste of onion.
Yep.
So I put it on the line and said, if I lose, I will take a bite out of a raw onion and eat it.
Indeed. So we're gonna get our Master of Puppets judged, and then whoever loses will take the forfeit. But you'll have to.
Will we have chosen by next week? Yes.
The video won't be out. The video won't be out. It'll be Not next week, the week after, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you need to keep inundated with the pedal. Just go over to Pedalboards Team, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, and then you'll be up to date with basically like childish man pranks. Is the best way of putting it. It goes,
just to make it a little bit fair, if the loser's got to take a forfeit, the loser's going to pick the next tone off.
Yeah, let's do it that way.
So at least then they've got an advantage and they can go, right, I can pick something that I'm good at here.
Indeed. So Josh, we have got another bargain of the week, haven't we? Like this is now becoming a segment. This is.
Yeah, like if it lasts for more than 1 week and it carries on, that means it's a segment. So yes,
indeed.
I have to be honest. I did spend a good portion of last night having a look around. Obviously, disclaimer again: when we film these podcasts, the week before Monday, it's released. These prices and deals are accurate as of the day that we filmed, and. So today, funny enough, we seem to have a John Mayer theme going on. And this is the No, it's not the Clon. I found a full-tone MOSFET overdrive, which actually John Mayer has been pictured to use on his pedal board numerous times. This is courtesy for this deal. It is currently on Reverb, and it is from the lovely people at Rich Tone Music. Fun fact, I bought my first guitar from Rich Tone Music. Fun fact.
Nice.
And to get this MOSFET full-tone overdrive, it will set you back £85, which for a pedal that John Mayer has on his board is a pretty good bargain, if you ask me. You've got your... I've got it on my phone right here because I'm very smart. You've got a MOSFET and standard overdrive mode. You've got the vintage and I think it's his compact style of overdrive as well. So you've got the toggle switches, you've got an on-off bypass, and then you've also got an inbuilt boost onto it as well. Tone overdrive, volume boost knobs, £85. That's a pretty good bargain of the week, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, much cheaper than a Clon, which John Mayer also uses.
Which, if you are in the market for a Clon, Rich Tone Music also have a second-hand Clon which will set you back £4,500.
There you go. That's a deal and a half, isn't it? So, I mean, if you're on a budget, go for the MOSFET driver. If money is no option, you're really after that John Mayer tone, you can still save a bit of money with the 4.5K's worth of Clon rather than 5K.
Would you really want to pay an extra £4,300 on LED diodes or whatever the fuck it was?
They're germaniums, aren't they? In the Clon.
You tell people they're made out of unicorn sparkles and they'll believe it.
Oh yeah, like the majority of people saying to use it as a clean boost. The diodes aren't doing anything by that point. So, but it absolutely must have them. It must have those germanium diodes. Where will you get the warmth from? Well, you're not getting the warmth anyway. You're using it as a slightly present pushing treble boosting almost. Yep. Well, so we've got
bargain of the week. That's it.
We need a theme tune for it, don't we? Josh's bargain of the week.
There we go, done.
Cool. Right, this is what people have been waiting for here, isn't it?
Oh, here we go.
So lukewarm hot take.
This one completely broke the Facebook page. It was almost like you went up to their grandmothers and slapped them in the face.
Yeah, like the question might as well have been, can I cock slap your wife? I mean, it wasn't.
I was not prepared for that.
But it might as well have been. because it was so very divisive, wasn't
Can
it?
that please be the fucking title of the podcast?
Can I cock slap your wife? That's it. Oh dear. I don't think we can get away with that one with the censors, but it's definitely in there. I'm keeping it in. So the hot take was not about cock slapping anyone's wife. It was the foot switch toppers. I was about to use a brand name then. Ooh. Foot switch toppers, not barefoot buttons. Foot switch toppers are the Crocs of the pedal world, and basically the one option was they along with Crocs need to get in the bin, and the other one was they are an essential piece of kit for guitar in the modern world because my dainty little tootsies can't handle standard switches.
And boy, oh boy, did you not like it?
Yeah, there was a lot of controversy with this one. Big numbers this week. So we got 82 votes. Sorry, it was 82 votes for get in the bin, and then 43 votes for essential piece of Tootsie technology. So big numbers, like big numbers, big controversy. People were having this one, weren't they? They were having their say. But the poll has spoken, and due to the rules of the poll, they get in the bin. So foot switch toppers are no longer allowed.
The rules are obsolete.
That's it. It's ruled them out. Right. So our hot take for this week again was kind of taken from Pedal Boards of Doom. I had to modify it a little bit, so I'm not going to give the person the shout out for it because I had to modify the wording a bit. But like shout out, like if you're the person who put this in Pedal Boards of Doom, come into our Facebook group and just give yourself a little shout out. So the NAMM show has had its day. The NAMM show has had its day. Thoughts and opinions, Mr. Joshua.
So we kind of briefly spoke about this before we started the podcast, and it's very tricky. It's very, very tricky because there's pros and there is good things and bad things.
Oh yeah.
NAMM show. So we both are a big advocate for shows like the UK Guitar Show where anybody can come along, grab a ticket, see some gear, see some guitars, see some pedals, talk to people, talk to brands, Yeah.
You get that face-to-face time with the people who you see on the websites of the pedals that you're coveting over, or you see on the YouTube channels of the...
It's, like the people behind, Boss or Tate Effects or, a lot of the brands that we hold dear to our hearts.
Yeah.
And it's always good to then, to see the people behind those. And the problem I personally feel with the NAMM show is it's become very, I guess, executive. It's become very executive. Like we kind of said before, it'd be a trade show. Look, we're bringing out 20 pedals this year, featuring blah 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 blah. We're bringing out 15 new guitars in April. Insert generic brand post there. However, the problem that I think really hinders the NAMM show is the fact that it's not just anybody can go. And it is you've got to be, if you're an artist with EMG, you might get, said, okay, we want you to represent the brand at the NAMM show, or an Ibanez artist, or, we want you to represent the brand, or if you've got a signature guitar coming out or anything like that, you've kind of got to be in the select crowd to go. And
yeah, there is an air of that kind of elitism. I believe there are public days, but that's very much towards the end of the show. Whereas they've had like 3 or 4 days full of like trade only, because it is a trade show. It started off as a trade show, and it was just for the industry professionals, like the shops, people who would be stocking the shops would go to like the NAM show, to see what they'd be stocking next year, and then it became a bit of a few of the internet celebrities kind of worm their way into it, and it became like, oh, this is a big thing. Like this is news before it's even news, kind of stuff.
And I feel like that's kind of then become half of the problem with the NAM show. Is I wouldn't necessarily say that it's almost become almost like a bit like a facade. Like you say, yes, there is public days, but you want to go to the NAM show because you want to, meet people like, I don't know, Steve Vai or, Joe Satriani, Rob Chapman, James Hetfield, blah, blah, blah. You can throw whatever names under the sun that usually go to these events. And probably by the time you go to the public days, half of them have left. And, you'll be there with just kind of, not to taint anybody's names, but just the generic, salespeople or representatives of the brand, and it's kind of that's not what you go to these sort of events for.
Yeah, it's a lot more. There's a lot more price behind it than like the UK ones. The UK ones are like barely like you couldn't even get a gig ticket for the price that you're paying to go to any of the UK shows. But they're on a much smaller scale. So you'd expect the bigger show, like being in America, being quite central to all of the industry, like the Eastern industry and like European. They all converge at this American show. Bigger price point. You'd expect. I need to see something like it's then amped up. So I am seeing like the bigger artists representing some of the booths and whatnot.
Yeah. But we're not left obviously, because let's say with the UK guitar show, you still get Boss, you still get like Ernie Ball, you'll still get EMG, ESP, the big name brands there. And obviously, but it is obviously then also the majority of the booths are catered to kind of not locally based brands, but kind of, regionally based, shall we say,
Yeah.
You might have like, Daria, I think, have their headquarters based in the UK up in Newcastle, so they'll bring people down from there and things like that. And it is great for the money you pay, but we, obviously being in America, everything's bigger in America.
Well, yeah, some things are, but yeah, I get like it's more like more grand than it. Like I've never been to a NAMM, but I've heard stories of people saying like it takes like half hours to get from one side of the exhibit to the other, whereas it's clearly not the case in the UK ones. It's like a 5-minute trip. If you walk from one end to the other, it's like a 5-minute trip because it's a massive massive event.
Proper like full on exhibition.
Yeah, and I think the issue with why this statement's come up that it's had its day is because the last couple of NAMM shows seem to have lost their luster a bit. I remember learning about the NAMM show through Anderton's and through Rob Chapman's channel.
Yeah, I was the same.
And it was a big thing. It was like, look at all of this great stuff that's been announced, and it was such a big hype behind it all. And the last couple of years, I know that we've had COVID and whatnot, and the last 2 years, not necessarily this year, but like the previous two, it hasn't really happened. But I think I was feeling it before then as well, like the last couple before COVID. It was a case of there are some announcements, but like it's a little bit lukewarm. It's not this big hype thing that it used to be.
Yeah, I think companies now have realised it's better to kind of drip feed the gear throughout the year rather than kind of doing one sort of big announcement of this is what's to come sort of over the year. And I was, funny enough, I was actually speaking to Rob Chapman about this last week because, we're very kind of close. We have a close connection, me and Rob. And I was speaking to him about NAM, and I was talking to him about, obviously, when Chapman revealed their whole brand new lineup. I think it was NAM 20. I'm going to say NAM 2018 or 2017. I think it was when they kind of
like the custom shop line.
Yeah, when they completely redeveloped the whole brand and every guitar was kind of, all made brand new. And he was telling me like the amount of work that had to go in it just to get everything there on time and set up. And it just sounds like, for brands that say it might be based in the UK, it's not worth the hassle.
Yeah.
It's really not. Because you think about it as well, you might go, guitar shop might say, okay, you know what, we've seen these, we'll take, 20 pallets full of whatever, but you're still losing originally a hell of a lot of money getting everything.
Yeah, you've got to make a big sell to make that trip worth it.
Yes, exactly.
You've got to land a big distributor or a big conglomerate music shop to stock your stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you went there as pedal builder Joe Bloggs from the UK, and then you're basically like a tiny fish in a massive pond then, aren't you?
Yeah.
You'd have to get someone like Guitar Center to be
this is something we've never seen before.
Yeah, to be stocking your stuff. And it's just not viable. Yeah, so I think there's like a bit of a burnout on it all. I think within the industry there was a bit of a burnout on the whole the viewership for guitar stuff, where it's leaning away from that kind of almost kind of like salesy demos that was the kind of stuff that got me into like the guitar social media presence with people like Rabea and Andertons and Rob Chapman. Like those personalities used to do those like every couple of days. It'd be like, here's a new product that's come into Andertons, let's demo it. And I think it's moved away from that now. Like a lot of the YouTube content is moving towards like the personality of the YouTube presenter, the quote unquote influencer, rather than the gear that they're using so much. And because of that, I think the trade show that was NAMM, that was this big like opportunity for like brand new red hot news from the guitar world, has now died down a bit. So maybe it is a case where the NAMM show returns back to being a trade show, or do they need to like open it up to it being a much more public thing and like really aim towards that? Like who knows? Is that the way that they survive with this? Are they even in trouble? Who knows? Because I think this year a couple of the big exhibitors didn't turn up. Like they didn't.
People pulled out, didn't they?
They did, and that's understandable with COVID. I mean, it's not gone away, but it's like we're almost back to normality in terms of like day-to-day life. But the restrictions that businesses have on them still have to be like adhered to. So maybe it's something that like the bigger companies just went, you know what, actually it's not worth it.
And it'd be actually, obviously, opening it to the people on the group, and obviously for the listeners as well, we obviously want to hear your say. But if you are a brand that has been involved with working with them, we want to hear your side of things, from the people that have physically been there.
Yeah.
Been in those situations, because we could be completely talking bullshit here and know absolutely nothing about it. Tell us.
Yeah, I know the Tone Jerk boys have been to a couple of NAMMs. Yeah. I think Like who else? Who else has been? Who else have I heard that has been there? I know definitely Tone Jet boys have. I think Brian couldn't get there this year because he got the old COVID. Or was it Carl? I can't remember. I'll be honest. I've slept since then, and it's late enough now anyway. Yeah, hit us up in the comments. Let us know what's going on. But yeah, so that's our lukewarm hot take for this week. We'll put it in the group as a poll, and you vote on whether you think the NAM show has had its day or whether it is alive and kicking and doing well. I don't think I'm going to put a third option for a cock slap. Maybe. I don't know. Right, so we've got a little bit of news this week. We've got a little bit of time as well, which is quite convenient.
Yeah, that's the first time we've not kind of ran over.
Indeed. Yeah. So we've got Fender have announced a signature guitar this week. They've done it at quite a price point as well. It seems like it's kind of custom shop stuff. So it's Kingfisher. I think I first heard about Kingfisher on a Facebook video. He was a lot younger of a lad then, and he was just absolutely ripping the asshole out of I think it was like an Epiphone Lucille, and he was just getting some absolutely banging tone and some amazing phrasing. And then he's jumped off the stardom of that viral video, and he's now a touring musician. So he's created this Telecaster Deluxe,
which might go down as one of the most beautiful Telecasters I've seen for a long time.
Yeah, I mean it's a very striking finish, isn't it?
I love it. I absolutely love it.
So on the surface, it looks very much like a 72 Deluxe, which is the dual wide range humbuckers, 4 controls, kind of Gibson layout control system, toggle switch up the top horn or the top bout where you would have a horn on a Telecaster, and then 4 controls, 2 volumes, 2 tones. But it's got some interesting tweaks. So the first one, the neck profile is based on a Stratocaster that he had custom made by the Fender custom shop, and it had this really cool soft V profile neck, and he absolutely loves the profile on that, and was just I want that. That is the profile I want for it. So they've basically made him this Strat neck for the Telecaster. It is a 12-inch radius as well, which is a little bit flatter than you'd find on a Fender. Usually they're 9.5. So it's kind of leaning towards Gibson a bit with the 12-inch radius. Then we're also leaning a little bit towards Gibson with the fact that it's 2 humbuckers rather than wide range humbuckers. And these humbuckers are custom wound and are so so unique that they are also selling them as they're selling just the humbucker sets as well. So they're selling the humbucker sets for £289 a pair. So $320 ish, I'd say, something like that. Maybe $350. So they're really, really cool monogrammed. They look like wide range humbuckers because they've got the 3 poles on the top coil and 3 poles on the bottom on these covered. You know what a wide range humbucker looks like. But then they've also got the Kingfisher K moniker on them as well. So they're engraved, looking kind of cool. Little bit pricey for a pair of humbuckers, not gonna lie, but they look cool.
I mean, a set of bare knuckles is about I want to say about $270 for a set. I mean, obviously they cater for a lot of different tones, but I think you're talking high end.
Yeah,
for sure.
Speaking of bare knuckle, I listened to your Guitar Geeks podcast with Tim Mills last night.
Oh, thank you.
I did. It was wicked. He's a really interesting chap, isn't he?
He is. My takeaway from that conversation was obviously him getting to play Jimmy Page's Number One.
Yeah. Look, having that in the shop, and having to have the PA in the shop because just in case anything went wrong with it. Like shit. Like squeaky bum time or what? Like, oh yeah, can you just fix my pickup? Okay.
He's an absolutely fantastic guy, and I originally found out all about Tim was kind of when Ben Knuckle first started, but somebody that I used to be in the tribute scene with actually was like childhood friends with Tim.
Oh, fair play.
He was the bassist in Metallica tribute.
Nice.
And kind of knew Tim, and that's how I got introduced to him many moons ago.
Yeah, he's quite a guitarist, and Tim. I've never heard him play, but like hearing the stuff that he has played on, like he used to be part of a really well-to-do Aussie tribute.
Yeah, he was part of the Aussie tribute, and then he was with Iced
Earth, yeah. So he ain't no slouch, is what we're saying.
Exactly.
From what I took away from it is that I probably need to practice more.
I think we all need to do that.
Yeah, but like seems like an absolutely genuine guy. But anyway, we're talking about Kingfisher, who is not Tim Mills. So yeah, like you said, purple. I think Mississippi Night is what they call it. Basically, so think Cadbury's purple, but maybe a little bit redder than Cadbury's purple. So it's kind of a plummy colour, isn't it? Like a metallic plummy.
Like dairy milk.
Yeah, there we go. So dairy milk burst is what it is. Yeah, it's got a roasted maple neck, which they're doing for like stability, I'm assuming, and then slab rosewood board. So legit, like rosewood's hard to justify these days, and these got a slab board rather than the veneer board. Get in. Love me a rosewood board.
Ebony. I'm all about the ebony.
I mean, when I was a younger man, maybe. Yeah, so it's got I think they call it an adjustomatic on the fenders. Basically, your Gibson stop tail tune-o-matic bridge. So
Tune-o-matic tom.
It's a Fender on the headstock, but we're very much leaning towards the Gibson here. I assume because he cut his teeth on the Epiphones, got used to that flatter fretboard radius, got used to the Gibson accoutrements, but has been playing Fenders a little bit. Playing along with the Fenders a little bit more recently.
It's kind of like, you know, when I feel like this has been the John Mayer podcast, you know, when he made that switch from Fender to PRS.
But yeah. I mean, it might say PRS on the headstock, but it's still Fender in spirit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very much that. Yeah, he's moved along to Fender as our Kingfisher.
But you know what? The more I look at the Silver Sky, the more I prefer it to a Strat.
I mean, the problem the Strat's got is it's ubiquitous. Like you've seen everyone with it. The reason why I didn't want a Strat when I first started playing guitar is because I saw various acts on things like Top of the Pops where like the generic guitarist was playing a Strat. People like Bryan Adams, who you think of as like he's a hit maker, but a guitarist. I think of him as a singer-songwriter, a Canadian, and then a guitarist.
Even though I think his signature guitar is a semi-hollow Les Paul.
Is it?
Yeah, his signature guitar is a semi-hollow Les Paul gold.
But he was always this archetypal dad rock Strat guy, and the reason why I thought Strats weren't cool, it was just people. I'm not shitting on Bryan Adams here too much, but it's people like him that I thought this is just the run of the mill guitar. If you asked someone to draw a dog, they'd draw a Labrador. If you asked someone to draw a guitar, they'd draw a Strat, and that was my mindset with it. Just, it's so cliche and so generic. So I went around the houses trying to get guitars that weren't that, and then I basically play Strats now, don't I?
President Stratman.
That's
He's a
it.
Stratman.
That's it. They're good. Like you stick it on the neck, pick up of a Strat, and you're away, ain't you? It's good. It's just good. Okay, he's got that's a 175. That is, isn't it?
I think so, strictly speaking. But yeah, it's a semi-hollow Les Paul, but
Yeah.
Botox.
Yeah, like pretty much. It's like fancy Les Paul shaped. Yeah, single cut, big body Gibson, isn't it? But yeah, so the Kingfisher Telecaster, it's got some custom buckers, basically a Gibson. How much would you say this is going to go for in terms of price?
It's a custom shop, or yes, custom shops. That's not like the master builders. So I'm gonna say 2 to 2.5.
That's pretty much bang on. 2,249.
I would pay that just for the purple finish.
I mean, what you could do is you could get a guitar that you actually wanted, have it refinished in that purple finish, and then it would be less money and it would be more of the guitar that you wanted.
I think the only I'm literally just looking at it now, and I think the only thing I don't like about it is it's the full fat headstock kind of.
Oh, I love the fatty fat stocks on the fenders.
I like my
Little thin,
yeah,
little toit headstock.
When they brought out it was the Mischief Strat or something like that, and it had the Telecaster headstock. I was like, I forgot. Mischief, was it Mischief Maker? I can't remember. It's something like that.
The Mischief Maker was the Les Paul telly.
What am I thinking? I can't remember.
Yeah, like one of the parallel universe ones. Yeah. I'll get you. I know what you mean.
And speaking of Gibson,
go on. We'll round it up because we've got, by the looks of it, we've got about 4 minutes left on the podcast. We can do this in 4. We can do it. Right. So Gibson teased a new model this week. It was on Instagram. I can't remember who posted it up.
Is it their designer, like Esteban Gutierrez or something like that? I can't remember his name.
We'll go with it. Yeah, that guy released a teaser of a new Gibson model. So they were talking about the Theodore a couple of months back. They were kind of teasing that was going to be a thing. This is not that, but it's not far off. So the Theodore is almost kind of it's a weird like tulip shaped body with a tulipy Les Paul. Josh is not holding back on what he thinks here. This is a bit more kind of super stratty, but it's like if Gibson were to make a Strat, basically, like double cut, almost offset with the horns, but then like a big bottom end bit.
It is the most hideous guitar I've seen. It's so long. It's awful. It's so bad.
Indeed.
The designers just not take one step back and just kind of go, yes. I see where I've gone wrong there.
But so Fender released the Meteora not so long back, and that's a new body shape, and they were like riding high on the coattails of that. Gibson haven't released anything new really in a while. I think the last thing that they did was they reinvented the Les Paul double cut.
The DC. They kind of brought out that Dave Mustaine V, but it was just kind of like a V, with a banana headstock.
It's a V. It's a V. Like it's not a new shape. Like the modern double cut, I think, was the last kind of new thing that they released, and all that made me think was I missed the old Les Paul double cuts because they were like delicious. But there we go.
The flat top ones.
No. They used to do like carved top double cut Les
Oh,
Pauls.
yeah.
They were cool. I like them. But yeah. So they've released this kind of Mark III Super Strat / Theodore Explorer headstock. It's got a wraparound tailpiece, so it's almost like this new release of theirs almost has got the vibe of a double cut junior, because it's got the humbuckers, like the two humbuckers, like the Les Paul Special, not the double cut junior, because they're P90s, aren't they? So it's got the humbuckers, but it's like it's nothing fancy. There's no like contour
bells
top
and whistles.
Yeah, it's a flat kind of gold finish, or like almost looks kind of like a varnished finish, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just very basic,
Like a butterscotch transparent kind of finish.
Yeah. But like butterscotch blonde.
Yeah, so it's like no bells and whistles. There's no binding. There's no fancy bits. It looks like you're not a fan, but it looks interesting. It's a new thing for them. But if they are charging anything over like 700 quid for this, they are having a laugh.
They whenever somebody words something as interesting, it's just not good.
Yeah.
There are very questionable guitars that Gibson have done.
Yeah.
Over the years, we all know that. They know that. For me, this will genuinely go down as one of the worst looking guitars they've done, and I think their sales there will be very little in the way of them.
I mean, they haven't released it yet. It's just a teaser.
No.
So I reckon they're gauging interest on it. But if they listen to this podcast and this podcast alone for the verdict, then it ain't coming out, is it? But I imagine there'll be people who are down with like the simpler Gibsons, like the SG Junior and the specials and all those kind of things that'll go, actually, yeah, I'm feeling this. But on the flip side, I am saying that because of how no frills this thing is, it needs to be under $1,000. That's a given.
It needs to be. Was it like Les Paul? Is it like the LPJ that like in like that kind of? It's like a flame red, and it is literally like entry level Gibson.
Yeah,
it needs to be that. Well, I mean, by like 649, 700, it needs to be that price.
Yeah, they're kind of like the studio faded range, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't think quite that much. I think they should be cheaper. Actually, I think they should be 500 quid. I think, but this is
it's 500 quid is £499 too much.
But like the studio faded, where the like it's a Les Paul, but basically all of the bells and whistles are stripped back. It's just like slammed together bits of wood. The finish is really, really thin and very basic. I think this should be more than that, because this is like a gloss finish, but it shouldn't be much more. It should be like 700, 800 quid. If it's in that range, we're all good. If not, then we've got a problem. We have got a problem. And I think that is probably where we need to end the podcast for this week.
Yes.
Indeed.
I can say something that gets us up there.
Yeah, before you make any more editing work for me. Oh dear. Right, so thank you. Thank everyone for getting this far on this podcast. I am extending a massive thank you to everyone who listens. I'm extending an even massiver thank you to the Patreon backers, who are just cool people. They're just so cool. And they are as follows. Oh, I've got a blank page here. Mr. Andrew Bimpson. We have got Mr. Adam Yeomans of Chef Tone Effects. Please check out the Instagram, because there is absolute fire being dropping at the moment. We've got Mr. Doug Christ of 37 Effects. We've got Mr. Doug Christ of the Masters of the Cinematic Universe podcast. And Mr. Doug Christ of the Just Surprise Me podcast. That is 3 Doug Christs in one. We have got Mr. Huge Erection. I mean, not as big as it used to, but it's a trier. We've got Mr. Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups, Mr. Ben Fletcher, and we've got Mr. Brian Gale of the Tone Jerks podcast, and of the Second Button podcast, and of the Just Surprise Me podcast as well. Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Indeed. For as little as $2 a month as well, you can get as enthusiastic, if not more enthusiastic, a shout out on every podcast. For the little price of $2, what can you buy with $2 these days? Really? Not petrol. Sorry, gas. Oh,
yes,
indeed. Oh, that's something that's coming up. Is our horrendously bad Californian accents, but that's not happening just yet. That's gonna wait. There's a special occasion for that.
Oh God,
indeed. If you want to catch me online, I am Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. YouTube is, of course, the home to the No Talk or Tone series and to the No Talk or Tone Versus series, which this week features a chorus off. It is the battle of the 80s boys. And whatever happens, whoever wins and loses, we are all winners because the tones are on point.
If you don't play Last Train Home by John Mayer, then...
Funny you should say that. That is the opening thing that I play on the courses. My man. Josh, where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me at the Corona Mortis on Instagram. I've just hit 800 followers today. So
boom. Get in.
You can also find me at JoshyZK on YouTube, where I had a new YouTube video out last week, and the Guitar Geeks podcast.
Indeed. We can also find you as the Pedalboards of Doom Instagram manager kind of guy. You are running that.
Instagram guru, shall we say.
Indeed.
Go with that.
Yeah.
Pedalboards of Doom on Instagram.
That's
Get
it.
your board featured with us.
Absolutely. This week's feature is what are we saying?
It's a free-for-all this week.
It is.
We had purple last week. We are out of free-for-all.
By the time this comes out, there'll be a new one, though, won't there?
There will be.
So you need to check up in the Facebook group for that, don't you?
I've already got it planned. So shall we give the world...
Go on, let's give them a tasty little...
Shall we give them a taste of what is to come?
Let's do it.
I am waiting to see all of your Boss pedals.
Okay, so we're talking a Boss pedal bonanza. I like it.
Yes, we are.
I might try and get on this pedal boards of the week.
Yes, you should.
Cool.
Yes, you should.
Right, and that is us for this week. So from myself, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap, from Mr. Josh, oh my gosh.
Bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt. Oh, spiritually, he's always in our hearts and minds. Sending out love to you, Matt. It will be a tatty bye and good night for this week.
Good night.
Ta-ra a bit. Every week, I salute the audience who can't see us.
Snacked.
What does a clam do on its birthday?
I don't know. What does a clam do on its birthday?
Celebrates.
I like that.